What's up everybody? Bluddshed here. In this video we're going to cover 4 different starter builds you can use in Season 4. You probably noticed there are 2 classes missing from the party. These special snowflakes actually have their own videos. I'll put the links down in the description. All testing was completed with 0 Paragon. As the points do start trickling in, under core you want to drop them into movement speed until about 25%. Then whatever your main stat is, under offense you want to max out crit. For defense it depends. If you're an intelligence based god you should place the points in armor percent, and if you're melee you should max out all resist first. Under utility I'd recommend reduced resource cost. As for gear, I used all crafted yellows at 70 for the video. Remember, rifts are 100% free now, and everything we salvage from level 1 on can be used to craft max level items. For jewelry, we're going to focus on crit, then crit damage, then main stat. For all other gear, movement speed, then main stat, followed by crit and crit damage. Now, if you happen to get cooldown reduction on there, great, but this is what we want to focus on. Now let's get into the builds. For Demon Hunter, the basic strategy is to drop your turret to slow the enemies around you. This will proc our passive Cull the Weak, and then proceed to multi-shot them down in full glory. We have 3 abilities that proc this, and it synergizes nicely. I like to save Arena Vengeance for high health mobs like elites, rift bosses, etc. Our Bat Companion is like our little resource battery, so use him when needed. One thing specifically about this build though is it really does need a 2-handed bow to shine because it's actually tied to our archery passive. So overall, a very strong build, and I created it from the ground up, so yeah. Okay, will the real monks please stand up? The strategy of this build is to proc momentum, the momentum passive with dashing strike. So you're going to want to keep this along with sweeping winds up at all times. Like, these are your 2 big damage bonuses. In addition to keeping these 2 buffs rolling, cast Exploding Palm on low health mobs if possible, if they're around. The EP explosion is like Super Saiyan Goku level damage and will destroy mostly everything. If you need to set off an EP, use Wave of Light. This is pretty much what it's here for. Wave of Light pretty much stomps everything on its own anyway. This build is great and should carry you until you get some green sets rolling in. Mr. Wizards, you're up. This build is kind of godly actually. I was surprised by the amount of damage I was doing, to the point where I restarted the game because I thought something was bugged, honestly. So the face roll strategy here is to keep your 3 buffs active at all times. Magic Weapon, Familiar, and Storm Armor. Once you're fully juiced up, open the Black Hole. I mean cast Black Hole, followed by Arcane Torrent spam and win. Not much to say here other than the Dominance passive is great for going full glass cannon and really just blasting through rifts. Another overall solid, super strong build. And finally we have Witch Doctors. Now I'm gonna be honest with you guys for a second. I was struggling with Witch Doctors. Nothing felt great, nothing was working, I wasn't happy, and then suddenly, like an angel out of Brazil, one of my bros from Battle.net, Ruins, sent me a build, the build he's gonna use in Season 4. And yeah, that's the build I went with. The power of this build seems to come from Creeping Death, the Creeping Death passive, as it buffs Locust Swarm and really does put in work. Han is a great follow-up, and I was trying to save piranhas to keep elite packs like grouped together. So again, thanks Ruins, and hey bro, feel free to clear up anything in the chat that I got wrong below, or feel free to put your full build in the comments below or a link to your build. I'm sure everyone will appreciate it. I always have fun making these bigger videos. They just do take a lot more time and work because I always make sure everything's fully tested. With all of these builds, I blasted through the Halls of Agony 3. I killed a bounty boss with all the builds, and I blasted a full T1 Rift with all of them, no problem. And I do feel confident in sharing these builds. So anyway, people, this is Bloodshed. Until next time, peace.